listen to my horror tale, walk in a haunted house, evil say let's get out of here, demons get in my mind, demons say let's get out of here, hell don't want me, stay in your basement and watch loads of horror. Hey guys and gals, what's up? I'm gonna be reviewing a classic horror movie growing up from the 80s. I think it's in 1988 this movie came out, if I'm corrected. It stars Ben Cross, a good actor. I don't know if he's active to this era, but back in the days, I heard a lot about Ben Cross, man. But Unholy was the movie that made me a fan of his work. Wow, Unholy, definitely well done. If you're into the demonic, supernatural, the church style of horror movies, you know, horror movies that deals with the church a lot, and the conspiracy and stuff like that. The Unholy is right up your alley. And when I was growing up, I remember this movie scares me as a kid, man. I mean, that sexy demon girl, man. Ooh, white girl with red head. My type, man. But dangerous at the same time. You know, movie starts with this priest. This sexy white redheaded chick comes by, and she turns out to be a demon and like attacks the priest, like pretty much massacre the priest's throat, like blood, and he's dead. 3 years after that incident, pretty much that incident took 3 years ago, by the way. But 3 years after, you have a priest trying to talk to a guy that kind of looked like him, not to kill himself, but then that priest ended up getting dragged out the window, and he was presumed dead, but he was alive. So the other priest, you know, he was like surprised, like how he came out of this, you know. And then later on, the priest and the blind priest kind of talk about that he's the one, you know. So I don't know where we was going with this movie at the beginning, because I remember seeing this movie about two or three times, if I'm corrected, to get a better idea of the movie, you know. But anyway, the older priest offered Ben Cross's character his own parish, his own church, which was a church that the priest from the beginning of the movie died in, you know. Later on, Ben Cross, right, when he was talking to the police officer, matter of fact, when the police officer was talking to him, but the police officer mentioned something about another priest that died in the church, when the older priest did not mention Ben Cross's character, because he only mentioned the one priest that died, not the first priest. Excuse me. So Ben Cross's character ended up doing his own investigation, trying to find out how the priest died, or like why they covering it up, and who the priest met, you know, during his appointment. And he was talking to this woman who told him that she made a deal with the devil, pretty much. As the movie progressed, you know, and Ben Cross started investigating the other priest's death and about this girl, it ended up becoming like a destiny for Ben Cross's character, why he was sent to the church, and it was pretty much to stop the devil, pretty much, you know. All in all, this movie was good, man. It was creepy, scary, good soundtrack, good acting, and to me, to be honest, this movie still holds up. But I noticed the beginning of the credit, I forgot it was a Vestron movie. So I wondered, does this mean Vestron might release special editions for this movie, The Unholy? Well, I hope so. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, check it out. Highly recommended, of course. Peace, guys, and see you later. And guys, I apologize for the air conditioning noise, but you know, it's hot in New York City, so please forgive me.